Vasily Zaitzev, the Sniper of Stalingrad. Vasily Zaitzev has become an iconic figure in the annals of World War II history. He is best known as a Soviet sniper during the Battle of Stalingrad in World War II. His story, while marked by individual skill and remarkable feats in the face of profound adversity, also serves as a reminder of the brutal, dehumanizing nature of war, a conflict that claimed millions of lives and left cities in ruins. Born on April 2nd, 1915, in the Ural Mountains of Russia, Zaitzev grew up in a modest family that depended on hunting and foraging for sustenance. He brought home his first hunting trophy at the age of 12, a wolf that he killed with a single bullet from his first personal gun given to him by his grandfather, a single-shot 20-gauge shotgun. His early life experiences in the wilderness fostered a familiarity with shooting and an acute awareness of his surroundings. In June 1941, Zaitzev was serving in the Soviet Navy as a clerk in Vladivostok when Germany invaded the Soviet Union in what was called Operation Barbarossa. Like many of his comrades, he volunteered for transfer to the front line out of a sense of duty to his homeland. He had attained the rank of Chief Petty Officer in the Navy and was assigned the rank of Senior Warrant Officer upon transfer to the Army. He was assigned to the 1047th Rifle Regiment of the 284th Tomsk Rifle Division, which became part of the 62nd Army at Stalingrad on the 17th of September 1942. The Battle of Stalingrad was one of the deadliest confrontations of World War II, lasting from August 1942 to February 1943. The city, once a symbol of industrial strength, became the site of immense suffering as Soviet and German forces clashed in urban warfare that often devolved into chaos. The environment was characterized by destruction. As the battle raged, Stalingrad morphed into a devastated landscape of rubble and ruin, where close-quarters combat often eclipsed traditional warfare. Zaitsev's accuracy with a rifle led to him becoming a sniper. Utilizing the urban environment to his advantage, he adapted to the chaos surrounding him by mastering the art of concealment and ambush. Zaitsev's success was not merely due to his marksmanship, he was also an adept strategist, often outthinking his opponents. Zaitzev would conceal himself in various locations, for example, on high ground, under rubble, or in water pipes. After a few kills, he would change his position or relocate. Together with his partner, Nikolai Kulikov, Zaitzev perfected his hide-and-sting tactics. One method was to cover a large area from 3 positions with 2 men at each point, a sniper and a scout. This tactic, known as the Sixes, is still in use today by Russian forces and was implemented during the Chechen Wars. As Zaitzev arrived in Stalingrad, he was thrust into a nightmarish landscape. He quickly learned to navigate the brutal realities of combat, using the remnants of the devastated city for concealment. His talent as a sniper enabled him to take aim at enemy soldiers, but each pull of the trigger came with the echo of suffering, reminders of lives being cut short. Zaitsev's reputation grew as he achieved significant success, reportedly claiming over 200 enemy targets. His ability to eliminate high-value targets disrupted the German command structure and instilled fear among enemy troops. Stories of his feats spread among Soviet soldiers, elevating him to the status of a national hero. Yet, this success was not a source of pride. Rather, it underscored the grim nature of his reality. Each interaction with the enemy was laced with loss and guilt, amplifying the emotional burden that accompanied the act of taking a life. The psychological toll of surviving in such a brutal environment weighed heavily on Zaitzev and his comrades. It is believed, though not confirmed, that Zaitzev was engaged in a tense standoff with a rival German sniper at Stalingrad. The two snipers stalked one another across the scarred landscape, each vying for superiority. The intensity of the encounter exemplified the psychological and strategic dimensions of warfare. Zaitzev ultimately outsmarted his adversary and emerged victorious, further boosting his reputation. The conditions in Stalingrad were harsh and unforgiving. Soldiers faced not only the enemy, but also starvation, extreme weather, and the constant threat of death. Zaitzev endured these hardships alongside his fellow soldiers, each day marked by uncertainty and fear. The turning point in the battle came with a Soviet counter-offensive, which ultimately encircled the German Sixth Army. While this military maneuver marked a significant strategic victory, it was also accompanied by staggering casualties on both sides. Zaitzev continued to fight at the Battle of Stalingrad until January 1943, when a mortar, or possibly a landmine, injured his eyes. He recovered, and on the 22nd of February 1943, Zaitzev was awarded the title Hero of the Soviet Union. Zaitzev recruited and trained other marksmen during his service in Stalingrad. He returned to the front and finished the war at the Battle of Seelow Heights in Germany with the military rank of captain. Zaitzev emerged from the battle as a recognized figure, representing a complex mix of survival and loss. He participated in post-war engagements, sharing his experiences in hopes of fostering a narrative of resilience rather than glorifying the act of killing. After the war, Zaitzev transitioned to life as a military officer and teacher. He authored his memoirs to recount the realities of his experiences, opting to focus on the profound impacts of war rather than seeking personal glorification. His legacy is multifaceted. While his skills were remarkable, his story also serves as a somber reminder of the costs of conflict, the loss of life, and the emotional scars left on those who survive. He passed away on December 15, 1991, but remains a symbol of courage and skill, celebrated by historians and military enthusiasts alike. Vasily Zaitsev's experiences during the Battle of Stalingrad illustrate not just individual bravery, but also the tragic complexity of war. His legacy is intertwined with the memories of suffering and loss, underscoring how conflict can distort human existence. Rather than lionizing his actions, his story invites reflection on the consequences of warfare and the enduring scars it leaves on humanity. In the end, Zaitzev represents not a hero of valor, but a witness to the painful realities that should never be forgotten. His legacy endures not only through his remarkable feats as a sniper, but also as a reminder of the countless individuals who faced unimaginable hardships during one of history's most brutal conflicts. As long as the story of Stalingrad is told, so too will the story of Vasily Zaitzev, the sniper who became a legend.